All right. This is the question that we were doing the other day. I could not complete the calculation. I'll just go over this question once again. We are using the formula for compound interest to solve a problem related to real life, not based on banking. It's not related to money or accounts or anything else. It's related to a lab experiment. So we can use the same formula. Here they are giving us that in a lab experiment, initially the count of bacteria was 5,06,000. This is the number of bacteria present. And then they are increasing at the rate of 2.5% per hour. You want to find out if the experiment is carried out for 2 hours, what will be the final count of bacteria. So the first thing we want to remember, I gave you this as note also, that the initial count will be taken as principal and the final count of bacteria will be taken as the amount. In case the initial count is missing, that means the principal is missing. You cannot use the final count as the principal and use the sign of minus. अब माइनस साइन यहाँ नहीं यूज कर सकते कि अगर आपको बताया था कि एक्सपेरिमेंट के बाद एंड पे इतना बैक्टीरिया हो गया तो बिगिनिंग में कितना था, तो बिगिनिंग में कितना था उसका मतलब है प्रिंसिपल मिसिंग है. वी कैन नॉट गो बैक बाय यूजिंग माइनस साइन. So please don't change the formula by using a minus sign if the initial value is missing. If the initial value is missing, take it as x and then solve. The final value will be taken as amount. The final count of bacteria will be the amount. And if you want to find out what was the increase, what was the decrease, find the difference between amount and the principal. Final count and initial count will be subtracted. That actually is compound interest. I'm using the same formula, principal multiplied by 1 plus r over 100 raised to the power n. N stands for the time period. So it is 2. The rate of interest is 2.5. So I've converted this 2.5 into a decimal number. We will have 10 in the denominator, and then simplifying, this is what I get. So at this point, you have to just solve. First of all, you will simplify your bracket, a whole number added with a rational number, 1 and 1 by 40. So this will be 5,06,000 multiplied by 41 by 40 whole squared. So 5,06,000 multiplied by 41 by 40 into 41 by 40, and you simplify. This is the approximate answer you get in decimals, but since हमें counting बतानी है, you want to find out the counting cannot be a decimal number. So what I've done is I have ignored the decimal part. This is like rounding off. अगर आपका decimal part 5 से नीचे है, half से कम है, 0.5 से पीछे है, तो हम उसको जो होल नंबर यहाँ पे आपको नजर आ रहा है, we round it off to that particular value. If the decimal part is 5 or more, 0.5 या उससे ज्यादा है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, इसको next whole number पे ले जाएंगे. The rules of rounding off are the same. So the count of bacteria after the experiment was carried out for 2 hours is 5,31,616. And from here you can also find out how much bacteria increased during the experiment. Experiment के दौरान कितना increase हुआ, you can find out the difference of this value and the initial value, and you will get your answer. Now, all the questions in this exercise are completely based on if you know which formula is to be used. First thing, correct formula use करना है, values की identification आप correctly करो, and finally the most important thing is the simplification. Please take your time while doing the simplification. All the questions that I have done, I have given you the answers because I had already solved those, but I advise you to work out the problems once. एक एक बार खुद कैलकुलेशन करके देख लेना. I'm going to do a couple of extra questions after we go over this exercise, and then I think you will see how much good you are at calculation. Please just don't use calculator. You have your phones in hand. I know you will use the calculator, but I advise, please. Last question, question number 12. Very important question actually. Depreciation. Question number 12, a scooter was bought at 42,000 rupees. So this is your starting value. This will be the principal. Initial value will always be the principal. Its value depreciated at the rate of 8%. जब आपको question में depreciated word नजर आएगा, तब आप क्या करोगे, फॉर्मूले में माइनस साइन यूज करेंगे. जहां पे प्लस लगता था वहां पे हम क्या यूज करेंगे, प्लस, सॉरी, जहां पे प्लस साइन था वहां पे हम माइनस साइन यूज करेंगे. Rate of decrease or depreciation is given. This is the rate of depreciation. You have to find out the value after 1 year. This is the time period. So you have the principal, you have the rate, you have the time. You have to find out the amount, the final value. You will use this formula. So again, I have written here principal, the initial value is 42,000 rupees. The rate is 8% per annum. The time period is 1 year. The rate is yearly, the time is in years, so it's fine. We can just proceed by using the formula. Again, I have written this. आपको एग्जाम में लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये सिर्फ आपको याद रखना है कि जब भी आपको डेप्रीसिएशन दी होगी हम क्या यूज करेंगे, माइनस साइन यूज करेंगे इन द फॉर्मूला. सो द फाइनल वैल्यू विल बी गिवन बाय द अमाउंट इक्वल्स टू दिस. जब भी आप कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट का फॉर्मूला यूज करते हो आपका पहले अमाउंट निकलता है, बाद में कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट निकलता है. ऑल्दो यू डोंट वांट टू फाइंड आउट द चेंज, यू जस्ट वांट टू फाइंड आउट द फाइनल वैल्यू, सो वी सिंपली अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला फॉर अमाउंट. अमाउंट विल टेल यू फाइनली वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी. So simplifying, the rate of interest is 8. Again, simplifying your fraction. Now in case of this, you will need to take LCM, 1 minus 2 by 25. Taking the LCM and then just simplifying, you get the final value of the car, of scooter, after 1 year. This is actually scooter, so you can just change this. The value of the scooter depreciates. So this is the final value after 1 year. Anyone with any questions? I actually told you to go over the chapter, and in case you have any doubts from this chapter, you can just let me know and we will discuss. From 8.2, anyone with any questions? All right. I'm just going to give you a couple of extra questions. Please note down and solve. Question number 1, a property dealer bought an old flat for 8,65,000 rupees and spent 1,35,000 rupees on its interiors and painting. He sold the flat for 14,50,000. Find his loss or gain percent. So this is the price, this is the buying price, जिस price पे उसने खरीदा था, this is the CP, and then these are the overhead expenses. खरीदने के बाद अगर हमें कोई चीज यूज करनी है, उससे पहले हमें उसको ठीक कराना पड़े या इंप्रूवमेंट करवानी पड़े, those expenses are called overhead expenses. The CP includes these two together will be your final CP. So the first step will be to find out the final CP. This will be 865,000 plus 135,000. Find out the final CP. Then you are given the selling price, 14,50,000. You need to find out whether the person is making a loss or a gain. So you compare the two, compare CP and SP, and tell me whether there is loss or gain. And then you want to convert that loss the loss or the gain into percentage. Start solving and tell me what the answer is. What is the final CP? Beta, I would like you to do this question on your own.
Ma'am, 10 lakh.
All right, the final CP is 10 lakh. You are given this selling price as 14,50,000. So compare the two, comparing the SP and the CP. What do you see? Which of the two is greater?
SP is not.
SP is bigger.
SP is greater.
So what will be there, profit or loss?
Profit.
Profit.
So there will be profit. How much profit will be there?
4,50,000.
SP minus CP, that will give you the answer for the amount of profit that the person is making. You want to convert that profit into percentage. From here, the amount of profit is 4,50,000. How do we convert profit into profit percentage?
Profit in rupees divided by CP into 100%.
That's right. But remember, we are not just using the CP here, we will be using the final CP, the total that we had calculated. Both these values will be in rupees. You will get a fraction into 100%. Simplify. And tell me what the answer is.
%45.
That's correct. The answer is 45%. Take a look at the next question. Find the interest compounded half yearly at 10% per annum rate for 1.5 years. So you want to find out the interest compounded half yearly. इसमें आपको compound interest find out करना है. So the things we require are P, R, and T. So observe if you're given the three. You're given the rate as 10%. So this will be 10%. Time period is given as 1.5 years. But the principal is not given. They are saying this compound interest is to be calculated using this rate 10% per annum for 1.5 years. This is the time period for the compound interest. This is to be calculated on the principal, which in 3 years at 4% per annum rate gives 1,200 rupees as simple interest. तो आपको principal दिया नहीं हुआ. उन्होंने क्या बोल दिया कि प्रिंसिपल आपको कहां से मिलेगा? आपको यहां से मिलेगा प्रिंसिपल. So you're first of all going to find out the principal using this second part of the statement and then find out the compound interest. I hope you remember you used to do questions like these last year. Simple interest का formula apply करोगे आप और P missing है आपके पास in question number 2. So step 1, we are going to work with the second part of the question where the principal is not given, the rate and the time and the simple interest are given. Pick this up from the second part of the question very carefully. Don't mix up the two parts. So the time period for the second part of the question is 3 years. The rate of interest is 4% per annum and the simple interest is given as 1,200 rupees. So the formula for simple interest is P multiplied by T, R multiplied by T over 100. Find out principal from here. And then whatever value of the principal you obtain, you're going to use it in step number 2, where you find out the compound interest to be calculated. So step number 2, you will have the principal, the answer from step number 1. You will obtain the principal from here. The rate of interest is 10% per annum for compound interest, and the time period is 1.5 years. You are given that interest is compounded. The interest is compounded half yearly. Anyone who remembers the formula of compound interest or amount in case of when the rate of interest is compounded half yearly?
P bracket 1
P
plus R by
R by
100
200
N.
power 2n.
That's right. So you will have the principal from the first step, rate is given, time period is given, and you will just solve this. But you have to find out the compound interest that will be given by A minus B. So this is quite a lengthy question. Quickly tell me what the principal is obtained from first step.
10,000.
Okay. So solving this, your answer comes out to be 10,000 rupees. The principal is 10,000 and we can just use it here. And now solve the second part of the question. Find out the amount and then find out the compound interest. This will be your answer. Has anyone calculated? 10,000 multiplied by 21 by 20 multiplied by 21 by 20 multiplied by 21 by 20. So you get 5 multiplied by these over 4.
Amount is equals to rupees 11,576.25.
All right, so this is the amount. From here, you can find out now the compound interest. From the amount, subtract the principal, the answer comes out to be 1576 rupees 25 paise. Anyone with any questions from chapter number 8. Tomorrow you have a test of this chapter at 1 after your classes are over. So please make sure you revise it thoroughly. In case you have any questions, let me know. I can share the answer with you, especially 8.2. I'm going to take up one question from the assignment. All right, I want you to take a look at question number 11th here and tell me how you would do it. The list price of a color TV is 14,500. So this is going to be the cost price. The dealer allows a discount of 15% on the cash payment. The tax is 10%. How much money in cash a customer has to pay to the dealer for the TV set? Take your time and tell me how you would do it. $14,500. The discount is 15%. Can you tell me how much the price will be reduced? कितना discount मिलेगा? You are given the percentage of discount. Can you tell me what will be the amount of discount?
2,175.
That will be the discount. After discount, what will be the price of the TV?
$12,325.
The answers are actually given for the assignment. The clue is also given, but I just want you to pay attention and think of it as a situation when you actually go and buy something. So अगर आपके पास कोई ऑब्जेक्ट का लिस्ट प्राइस है 14,500, उस पे कुछ डिस्काउंट भी मिल रहा है, फिर टैक्स भी लग रहा है, तो पहले आप निकालोगे व्हाट विल बी द डिस्काउंटेड प्राइस, डिस्काउंट के बाद व्हाट विल बी द कॉस्ट ऑफ दैट टीवी सेट. तो वो जो डिस्काउंट के बाद उसकी कॉस्ट होगी उस पे आपको टैक्स लगाकर फिर पेमेंट करनी पड़ेगी. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज द डिस्काउंट. डिस्काउंट के बाद टीवी का क्या प्राइस हो गया, उस प्राइस पे आप फिर 10% टैक्स कैलकुलेट करके बताओगे व्हाट विल बी द टोटल अमाउंट टू बी पेड फॉर दैट टीवी सेट. इज इट क्लियर? Anyone with questions here? I think this was the only question which is a little different. All right, question number 13th. You can just take a look at this question as well. Savita wants to purchase a cooler costing 4,200 rupees. Cooler buy करना है, उसका cost price कितना लगा हुआ है ऊपर? 4,200. ये price उसका already है, but the customer has to also pay a tax of 5%. So if you calculate the tax of 5% on 4,200, the price will increase, right? The price will increase. Tax लगने के बाद और ज़्यादा charges लग जाएंगे इस पे. 4,200 से ज़्यादा हो जाएगी cost. The customer requests the dealer to reduce the price. ये जो 4,200 price है, she is asking the dealer to reduce the price to such an extent that she has to pay only 4,200 inclusive tax. So this should be the selling price. So इसका मतलब हमें नहीं पता starting price क्या होगा. Initial price क्या रखें ताकि उस पे अगर 5% टैक्स लगे तो जो फाइनल प्राइस बने वो 4,200 बने. आपको ये फाइंड आउट करना है फर्स्ट स्टेप. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू विल फाइंड आउट व्हाट शुड बी द इनिशियल प्राइस. वी विल अज्यूम इट टू बी x. वी आर गोइंग टू लेट द इनिशियल प्राइस एज x. इस पे टैक्स लगेगा 5%. सो x योर इनिशियल प्राइस प्लस टैक्स 5% ऑफ x, जितना भी इनिशियल प्राइस होगा उस पे 5% टैक्स लगेगा, इक्वल्स टू 4,200. जितना भी प्राइस है उसमें टैक्स मिला देंगे तो 4,200 बनना चाहिए. यहां से आप x फाइंड कर लो. दिस इज द प्राइस दैट द डीलर शुड सेट सो दैट इंक्लूडिंग टैक्स सविता को इतने रुपीस पे करने पड़े. And then you can find out how much reduction is needed in the price of cooler. This was the already set CP. ये ऑलरेडी सेट किया हुआ था. दिस इज द न्यू CP. This will be way less than 4,200. And then you can find out the difference between the two cost prices to see how much reduction has been done. Again, the clue for this question is also given, but you should understand what we are doing here. In case anyone has any questions, do let me know. There's one question from this particular assignment, which we do not have in your textbook. This one over here, question number 15. What sum of money will amount to 11,236 rupees in a time of 2 years at the rate of 6% per annum? So you have to find out the principal. You are given the amount, you're given the time, you're given the rate. You will be using the formula for simple compound interest. Use the values and find out principal. This is missing. In case you have trouble solving, please let me know. I will discuss with you. But do prepare. Tomorrow you have test of this chapter and I will be giving questions from the assignment also.
Ma'am, please explain question 13 again. I didn't understand.
Okay. Question number 13th, they are saying that there is a person who is going to buy a cooler. पर्सन को कूलर बाय करना है. ओके, इमेजिन करो आप कुछ खरीदने गए और उस चीज की कॉस्ट 4,200 उस पे लगी हुई थी. अब आपको पता था कि उस पे टैक्स भी लगना है तो 4,200 से प्राइस बढ़ जाएगा. लेकिन आप वहां पे क्या करते हो, जो डील कर रहा है, जो शॉपकीपर है, द पर्सन हु सेलिंग द आइटम टू यू, यू कैन जस्ट से कि सी डू समथिंग कि मेरे को टोटली 4,200 पे करना पड़े टैक्स लगने के बाद. वो प्राइस को इस तरह से एडजस्ट करे कि टैक्स लगने के बाद टोटल वैल्यू जो बनेगी ना वो 4,200 हो जाए. यहाँ पे तो ऑलरेडी 4,200 मार्क किया हुआ है, उस पे टैक्स लगने के बाद ये और बढ़ने वाला है. बट द कस्टमर डजंट वांट टू पे दैट मच अमाउंट. द कस्टमर सेज के प्राइस कम कर दो कि टैक्स लगने के बाद जो टोटल वैल्यू बने ना वो 4,200 हो. तो बताओ कितना प्राइस होना चाहिए. सो जस्ट इग्नोर दिस पार्ट फॉर द टाइम बीइंग. इस चीज को इग्नोर कर दो आप. आपको बताना है कि जो कूलर था उसका प्राइस क्या था. What is the price of the cooler such that when tax at the rate of 5% is charged, the total price to be paid is 4,200. तो हम मान के चलते हैं कि जो कूलर का प्राइस है वो डीलर ने कर दिया x रुपीस, डीलर कहता चलो आप इतने पैसे दे दो, इस पे लगेगा टैक्स 5%. This is in percentage. I want to find out the tax in rupees. So this will be 5% of x. This will be 5x by 100 rupees. And then the final price will be equal to x. जो उसकी कॉस्ट है वो तो देनी पड़ेगी, साथ में टैक्स भी देना पड़ेगा. और ये जो फाइनल प्राइस बनेगा ये 4200 के इक्वल बनना चाहिए. So you will get an equation here. You will solve x. This will be the new price of the cooler. Let me know if this part is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, going back to the statement which I told you to ignore in the beginning. मैंने कहा था इस स्टेटमेंट को इग्नोर कर दो. हमने यहाँ पे फाइंड कर लिया कि जो डीलर था अब वो इस प्राइस पे कूलर बेचेगा. 4200 की बजाय वो इस न्यू प्राइस पे कूलर को सेल करेगा. इस पे टैक्स लगेगा, टैक्स लगने के बाद जो टोटल प्राइस बनेगा वो 4200 बन जाएगा, जो कस्टमर चाहता था. लेकिन ऐसा करने के लिए उसको कितना प्राइस कम करना पड़ा, अब आपको वो फाइंड आउट करना है. तो जो उसका ओरिजिनल प्राइस था 4200 का और जो उसने अब न्यू प्राइस सेट कर दिया कस्टमर की रिक्वेस्ट पे, उन दोनों में कितना डिफरेंस है आपको ये चेक करना है. So 4200 minus the answer you obtained for x, that will tell you how much price was reduced. और रिडक्शन की क्यों है? कस्टमर की रिक्वेस्ट पे. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any other doubt from the assignment or from the chapter? Anyone? All right. So this is actually the last period that you have with me this week. Friday and Saturday are your preparatories, the day you have your classes. That's why I've been insisting that in case you have any doubt, do let me know. All right. And you have test tomorrow. The schedule is already shared with you. So start preparing. And if you have questions, you can just send me a message on WhatsApp. All right. All the best for your exams.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless you all.